Okay. So, hello, everybody. It's good to see
Okay,
you.
I started the recording. I think everyone's good to go. Welcome, everyone. If you have any questions, go ahead and put it in chat because I think that Becky can see it as well as me. So enjoy the class.
Thank you so much, Stephanie, and welcome, everybody. It's so nice to have you here. And as I was mentioning before, we'll be using a strap tonight. I'll be using blocks because I like to use blocks when I'm in the low lunge, and you might like to also. You could also use books if you don't have blocks, or something else that suits you. And always, this is your practice, and you need to do exactly what your body allows you to do. If I am offering a pose that doesn't suit you, then try to modify it in some way. I'll try to offer variations, but even if I offer variations and none of them work, then just say, oh, that's not for me, and either do something that you else or just wait until we come to something different. So the main thing is you take care of yourself and listen to what your body is saying. So why don't you come into easy pose? Now, easy pose, or Sukhasana, which is the Sanskrit, is where you're sitting with your legs crossed. And this is, even though it's called easy pose, it isn't always for people. So you can sit with one leg out or even both legs out, whatever you like, or coming into Sukhasana. However you're sitting, let's lengthen through the spine, lifting the top of the head towards the ceiling. Let's lift the shoulders and roll them back and down. You may feel your shoulder blades come a little closer together. You may feel your chest lifting just a little bit also. And go ahead and close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Otherwise, just look down, gazing at the floor. And begin to come into yourself. We're concentrating on you today. That's it. So begin to focus on your breath, feeling the inhale and the exhale. As you continue your breathing, go ahead and notice how your sits bones are on the floor or your blanket or your mat. The earth is holding you there. You might notice that your feet are touching the ground as well. If your legs are out in front of you, the backs of your legs are also touching the ground. Notice where your body is touching your body, your hands on your legs, maybe your upper arms along the side of your body. And scan through your body now, going from the top of your head, down through your face, your neck, your back, the front of your body, your legs, your arms, and notice if there's tension anywhere. And if there is, try to relax that away. Maybe by focusing the breath on that one area. A place a lot of this whole tension is in our jaw, so you may want to release your jaw. Your mouth might be a little open when you release the jaw. Smooth out your forehead, not allowing any wrinkles or frown to be there. Relax your eyes. And now move again to your breath. Notice the breath as it comes in through your nose, to the back of your throat, down into your lungs, and then back out again. Maybe notice the temperature of your breath. Has it warmed up as you exhale? Notice what parts of your body move with your breath. You may feel it in your belly rising and falling with each breath. You may feel your lungs expanding out with each inhale and then relaxing back in on each exhale. You also may feel your upper chest moving. Along with your upper chest, you may feel your shoulders also moving a little bit. Just noticing, not changing a thing. We're going to be moving with the breaths tonight as much as possible, as long as it's comfortable for you. So let's go ahead and begin our practice. You can open your eyes if you wish. And we're going to bring our hands down to the side of our body, out to the, with the fingertips touching the floor. And with your next inhale, we're going to inhale the arms up. And exhale, bring your hands together and down in front of your heart. And then inhale your hands up overhead. And exhale, arms out to the side and down to the floor. And again, inhaling up overhead, hands coming into Anjali Mudra. Exhaling, coming down to heart center. Inhaling up. Exhaling, turn your hands out and let them float down to the floor. And we'll do this one more time. Inhaling up. And exhaling down to the front of your body. Inhale up. And exhale, let them float on down. Good. So that was helping our shoulders get a little bit awake. Let's do a little for our neck now. Let's take the left ear towards the left shoulder. You may feel a stretch along the right side of your neck. And if you'd like to intensify that just a little bit, you can take your right arm out to the side and just experiment, finding where it may intensify the stretch even across the top of your shoulder, maybe even down your arm. Maybe your hand wants to be open wide, or maybe in a fist. Just find out what works for you, what's the best for you. Breathe into the side of your neck, really letting the muscles relax there. On your next inhale, come back up to center. And now we'll do the other side. So lower your right ear to your right shoulder. And again, play around with your left arm. It may be a different position this time. And if that doesn't feel good at all to you, just let your hand rest on your lap. It's fine. Fingers wide or in a fist or just gently out. Again, breathe into that side of your neck, letting the muscles there relax, lengthen. And then on your next inhale, lift up your head. We're going to do a little bit more for the neck. We're going to lower our chin towards the chest. And then on an inhale, we're going to take our chin over towards the left shoulder, and then exhale down to the center, and inhale over to the right shoulder. And do this with your own breath pattern. It's a nice, slow, easy motion. I find this one for me is wonderful. I can certainly feel the side of the neck stretching as I'm over to the side, but as my chin is going down across my chest, I can feel the muscles across the top of my shoulders begin to get a nice gentle stretch here. Again, just follow your own breath pattern, a nice slow, easy motion here. Let's do one more back and forth. And then with your last exhale, end up with your chin towards your chest again, and inhale your head up. Okay. We're going to be doing a few motions in several different positions tonight. So we're going to start by doing it as we're sitting. We're going to take our right arm up overhead and the left down on the floor. And we're going to bend over to the left. We're going to keep the right sits bone pressing down so we get this wonderful stretch along the side of the body, the right side. Doesn't matter how far over you go, what you want is that stretch from your hip where you're sitting down all the way up to your shoulder here. We're getting a nice stretch for the little muscles between the ribs. With each breath, they expand. With each exhale, they relax back down some, those little muscles between the ribs. And on your next inhale, reach up and come back upright and float your arm down to the side. And now we'll go to the other side. So left arm up overhead, and then right hand on the floor, and bend over to the right. Again, making sure that your left hip is pressing down so that we get this really nice stretch. We want to make sure that the chest is open. We don't want to be leaning forward. We want to have it open all the way so the stretch is all the way up our side. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And on your next inhale, let's reach up and let that arm float on down on the exhale. Good. All right, so let's go ahead and do a gentle twist. Now with the twist, we're going to move our body around to the side, and then we're going to move our hands along with, so our We're going to be turning towards the left to begin with. So our right hand is going to be coming to our left knee, but not to begin with. We're just going to turn on an exhale. So inhale, exhale, turn to whatever place is comfortable for you. And then move your right hand to your left knee and your left hand behind. This way it protects us from trying to really crank ourselves around. We want to make sure that we're protecting our spine here, going just as far as is comfortable. And let's release that. Come back to center and take a breath. And now we're going to move the other way. So we'll take an inhale and exhale, move your body, turn it towards the right, and then bring your left hand to your right knee and your right hand behind. And now let's release that and come back to center. I'm going to give you a few options here for the next movement. It's a seated cat and cow, and often we do it with our hands on our knees, but we can also do it with our hands interlaced behind our head if that's convenient for you. And when you do that, when you exhale, you're going to bring your elbows together and round your spine, and your chin comes down. And then when you inhale, you're going to bring your shoulder blades towards each other and open your chest and look up. If that's hard on your shoulders or whatever, you can do it with goalpost arms, goddess arms. Same kind of thing. You would just round over and inhale, open, shoulder blades towards each other. And if that's also not good, you can keep your hands on your knees and round down on the exhale, chin towards your chest, and then inhale, coming up. So choose whichever one you like. I think I'll do with my hands on my knees tonight. So inhaling, coming, opening up, shoulder blades towards each other. Exhale, round down, behind. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, going back. Let's do two more. Follow your own breath. Again, nice, slow, easy motions for this movement. And when you're finished, come back to your easy pose or however your legs are. So we've worked our neck, our shoulders, our spine. Let's go ahead and begin to work the hip area. We're going to stir the pot. You come forward and then make circles around. Now for this, we keep our back in alignment. And you begin to feel maybe something going on in your hips here. A little bit. Maybe exhaling as you're coming forward. Inhaling as you're going back. And again, if sitting this way is not comfortable for you, go ahead and lengthen your legs out. The next time you come forward, take a pause. And let's reverse. So we'll go over towards the other side and come back around. Beginning to feel your hips get involved a little bit. Your pelvis a bit. Let's go around one more time. And then pause at the front. And then sit on up. Now, all of us, let's go ahead and lengthen our feet out, our legs out. Okay, and so we're coming into staff pose to begin with. And staff pose is where you have good posture with your back and your legs are out front with your toes pointing up. Your legs are engaged, so your quadriceps are working here. Ah, yes. It looks like you're not doing anything, but you are. Yes. And let's go ahead and grab our strap here. Just keep the right leg out and draw the left leg in and bring your left foot anywhere on your leg that's comfortable for you. And then let the knee drop out to the side. And then we'll take the strap and put it around our right foot. And then pull on the strap, lengthening through the spine. And then gently come forward. Now you may be right here at the top without going forward at all, or you might be able to come a little bit forward. And for those of you who have no issues with your back, no osteopenia or osteoporosis or other things, you can stay right, if you don't have those things, you can round on down if you like. So wherever is comfortable for your hamstring. And I'm going to stay here with my back aligned. And just gentle breaths here, deep breaths. No matter where you are, you're getting a nice stretch for your hamstring. Just take a few more breaths. As you're here, you may find you can lower down, maybe even just a little bit more, and maybe not. And now let's raise back up and take the strap off that foot. Lift your knee up and lengthen the leg out. Maybe you want to shake it out a little bit too. Well, we need to do the other side. So let's go ahead and bend the right knee and then let it go out to the side. Again, put your foot wherever it feels good on your left leg. I noticed that it's not the same place for my legs. It's fine. Take the strap around your left foot. And again, let's lengthen by pulling on the strap, lengthening up. Feel your spine lengthen up so nicely when you do this. By the way, if you can't flatten your knee out, it's okay to go ahead and have it bent some. It's okay. Okay. And let's go ahead and fold forward to wherever you can, which may be nowhere. It may be a little bit. And again, if you have no issues with your back, you might want to round on down with your head going towards your knee. We'll stay here for a few breaths, giving the hamstring a chance to lengthen and relax. You might, at this point, be able to go a little deeper and maybe not. On the other side, I could. On this side, I don't seem to be able to. And let's inhale and come back up. And let's set the strap aside for right now. Okay, we're going to come onto hands and knees now, table pose. And again, if you'd like to have a blanket under your knees, feel free to get it here. All right. Okay, that's good. So your hands, your wrists are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. And we're going to start with cat and cow. So let's go ahead and exhale, and the spine rounds towards the ceiling. Head drops. Inhale, lift your head, the spine bows down. And exhale into the cat. And inhale into the cow. And continue with your own breath pattern here. And let's do one more complete cycle. And then come to stillness. We're going to do a side bend here. Let's take our left leg back and bring it across the right foot. And then look around your right shoulder at the left toes. So notice how you're getting a nice side stretch on your left side. And on your next inhale, lift the leg up and exhale the knee underneath your hip again. And now we'll go to the other side. Lengthen the right leg back, cross it over the left foot, and look around your left shoulder. On your next inhale, lift your leg back up and exhale your knee under you. We're going to move to Sunbird now. And there are variations. With Sunbird, we're going to take one leg back. Let's take the left leg back, I guess. It doesn't matter really. And if this is enough of a balanced pose for you right here, stay right here. But you might want to try coming into the full pose by bringing your right arm out in front of you. You're looking down at the floor, long spine. This is Sunbird, also known as bird dog. And now if you're feeling like you want a little more, we can do tiger stretch. We'll bring the elbow towards the knee and lengthen on out. And again. And one last time. And then release. Okay. So it's our first balance pose, by the way. You can feel your core working on it. Let's go ahead and take the right leg back. And again, that can be enough for you. And then when we move to tiger stretch, you would just bring your knee underneath you. Okay, left arm out in front, coming into Sunbird. And then on your next exhale, elbow to knee or nose to knee, and lengthen out. And let's do it again, exhaling, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen out. And last time. Okay, and bring your hands down. Let's take a rest. You can widen your knees out, big toes together. Sit your hips back and bring your head down to the floor or to your hands. Coming into child's pose, taking a few breaths here. If your wrists were beginning to feel that, you may want to circle your wrists out. Maybe opening and closing your fingers. And now come back up to your hands and knees. Now this is where you may want to have your blocks. We're going to be moving into the low lunge. And I use the blocks. I had a teacher who said I have short arms, use the blocks. So let's bring the left leg forward. And what we want is and our hands will be on either side of the foot, either on the floor or on the blocks. We want the knee over the ankle, and the other leg, we want to have this angle here. If that's uncomfortable for you, you can move it back to whatever place feels good to you. Okay. All right. So to begin with, we're going to do half monkey pose. So we will sit our hips back, walk our hands back, and begin to raise our foot. Some people keep their foot down, and that's okay too. And then we'll walk it back into the lunge. And let's do this a couple more times, sitting back into half monkey. And then moving back up to low lunge. And this will be our last time doing this. So you just straighten your leg as much as is comfortable for you. It's a big hamstring stretch also. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and bring our hands to that thigh and lift up. All right. So what we're going to do here is to lift our arms up into low lunge with our arms up. Sorry about that. Okay. And then, as I mentioned, we're going to do some of the same things that we did at the very beginning. Well, let's take our hand down, our outside hand, and do a side bend. Now, you may want to have your block there to help with your balance. And then back up. And now let's do the other side as well. So other arm up and side bend to the other side. And then back up. And I think we need to do a twist here. We're going to twist towards the bent knee. So again, we're going to twist our body as much as is comfortable and then move our hand to our thigh. And then let's release that. Good. Now we'll come on down, bring that knee back underneath you, and we'll go to the other side. So we'll bring the opposite leg forward. For me, it's my right leg forward. Hands on either side of the foot. And again, you notice that the front knee is over the ankle. And you have an angle that is comfortable for you with your other leg. You're stretching your hip flexor on the back leg. All right, so let's walk back, beginning to straighten the right leg as much as is comfortable for you, with your toes coming straight up towards the ceiling. Or if you prefer, you can leave your foot on the floor, and then coming back forward into the low lunge. And then moving back into half monkey. And let's come forward again into the low lunge. And this will be our last time in the half monkey. Coming forward to the low lunge. And now bring your hands to your thigh, and let's go ahead and bring our arms up overhead. And then we're going to bring the one arm down, maybe grab the block if you like, and then fold over towards that side. And it doesn't matter which side because we'll do both. And then come back up. And then other hand goes down and over, you fold over, lengthening the side. And then back up. Okay. We need to do a twist. So we're going to, again, turn our body towards the knee in front. So turning. And after we've turned, we'll take our hand on that front thigh and the other hand behind. And then release. Good. Let's come up to standing. And I'll have to fix the camera for that. Keep your strap handy. And let's clear the mat as well. All right. So, oh man, that's no good. All right, that'll do. So let's see. Okay, let's get the strap first off. In fact, let's come into our mountain pose. Our feet are next to each other, underneath our hips. Lift the shoulders, roll them back and down. Ah, yes. Let's close our eyes for a moment and just catch our breath. And now let's go ahead and begin. So we're going to take this strap and do a little bit for our shoulders here. We're going to take it out in front, and it may be about shoulder width apart, but what you need to do is figure out what is a good width for you. We're going to inhale our arms up and exhale them down. And you take them up to whatever level you can. We're just going to bring them out in front of us. We're also kind of holding the strap taut. So inhaling up to whatever level you can. And exhaling down to the front. And let's do this 2 more times. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. I think that's 1 more. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. We're going to take our strap overhead now and go from side to side very slowly. So again, we're doing the side bend here and then up and exhale to the other side and up. And again, if you can't hold your arms up real high, it's okay. Just do what you can do. And 1 more back and forth. And coming back up. And let's lower the arms. We have one more left to do, and you might want to loosen your strap just a little bit. We're going to make circles now. We're going to bring the strap up, over, and around, making a great big circle. I really like this. It gets a lot of the body in on this. You have your shoulders moving, your hips may be getting into it a little bit, the sides of your body. As we come forward, let's stop and reverse the direction. So up and over and around. You may hear a little cracking in your shoulders, and that's okay, as long as it's not a sharp pain. One more time. Yeah, one more time. And then we'll come to stillness. Good. Let's set the strap aside, maybe shake your arms out just a little bit. Okay. So we're going to move on to Warrior One. I don't know why the camera is, that's a little better. But, okay, so you're going to face the long side of your mat, and then you're going to step back with your right foot. Bend your left knee. Now, if you're feeling quite balanced today, maybe you would rather do it in a high lunge. So for a high lunge, your back toes are pointing forward also, and your heel is up. So you decide. You can be in the lunge, high lunge, or in the Warrior One. Either way. All right, we're going to bring our arms up. So crescent arms. I thought of it finally, crescent arms in high lunge or in Warrior One. And take a few breaths here. Feel the strength of your legs here. My goodness, yes. And if you want to start in lunge and then change to Warrior One feet, it's really okay. Let's bring our right hand down and bend over towards the right. And then back up. Bring the left arm down and bend over to the left. We're doing these same side bends that we did earlier. Coming back up. And now we're going to do a twist. We're going to turn towards the left and bring our right hand down to the thigh. And then back up. And lower your arms down and step forward. Maybe shake out your legs a little bit. Ah, yes. Okay, let's do the other side. Let's take a breath first. Come into your mountain pose, close your eyes or lower your eyes towards the floor. Breathe. Notice your breath. Notice how you're feeling. And by the way, if you want to stay in Warrior One the whole time, instead of trying to use side bends and twists, that's fine too. Okay, let's go ahead and step back with our left leg now. And again, check that your right knee is over your ankle. And if you want to stay in Warrior One feet, that's fine. You also could move your toes so that they're pointing forward and coming into your high lunge with your heel up off the floor. Okay. Bring your arms up. I'm going to do Warrior One on this side apparently. Okay. Okay, Warrior One or high lunge with crescent arms. And then we'll take one arm down and fold over to that side. Bring your arms back up. Your other arm floats down, and you do the side bend to the other side. Coming up again. And now we're ready for the twist. We'll turn towards the bent knee and then lower the arms so your left hand comes to your right thigh and your other arm is behind or beside or whatever. Come back into your warrior one or your high lunge with crescent arms. And then step forward. And once again, let's come into mountain pose. Close your eyes or lower your eyes. Just notice how your body is feeling. And then let's open our eyes again. I need to shake out my legs as well. We're going to move on to a balanced pose now, and we're going to do crane pose. But something I discovered in the last 2 weeks is it's kind of fun to move your arms with it. And you're welcome to do this if you like. First off, we're going to let our wings fly. So just float them up and down. Feel how steady you are. So these are our crane wings. And now, if you like, kind of shift your weight to one of your legs and then bring your other foot up and down as you do your wings. And this time, again, if you wish, leave your foot up. And maybe your wings will still fly. You can put your foot down whenever you like. Maybe you just want to glide with your wings out to the side. And then let's come back down. Okay, and maybe shake the leg out again. Let's go ahead and do it on the other side now. All right, so our wings go up and down. We'll do up and down 3 times with the breath. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. And now shift your weight into your left leg or whichever your other leg is. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Again. And this time, if you feel like it, keep your leg up. And you can keep moving your arms if you like. Or maybe you'd rather just glide through the air with your arms out. And then release. Very nicely done. I enjoy doing it like that. That was kind of fun. So let's turn towards the short end of the mat. And we'll be doing the beginning of the Sun Salutation. And we'll go through it 3 times. And on the 3rd time, we'll step back into downward facing dog. Hold it for a breath or 2, and then come down to table and down to the floor. So I'll do it like this. Inhaling out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward, flat back, and release on down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, arms to your side. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward, flat back, release on down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, arms to your side. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward, flat back, and release. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to the floor, and step back into your downward facing dog. This is our first downward facing dog. If you feel the need to pedal your feet, go right ahead and do that. Make sure you're pressing into all parts of your hand, lifting out of your shoulders. Take a few breaths here. And then release on down to the floor. And let's go ahead and come onto our backs. Ah, boy. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. And if you like, you can lengthen your left leg out. Let's take the left hand on the right knee and the right arm out in the T position. And gently guide your right knee over to the left, keeping your right shoulder on the floor. Coming into this nice twist here. Again, a nice gentle twist to help us slow down. Get ready for Shavasana. On your next inhale, let your knee come back up. Release your foot to the floor and bring your left foot to the floor. Let's draw the left knee in. So you can hold around your knee or around your thigh if you like, or you can even take your strap and put it around your thigh. And if you like, you can lengthen your right leg out. And then take your left knee with your right hand, your left arm out in the T with the palm up, and gently guide your left knee over to the right, keeping your left shoulder on the floor. Getting a nice stretch and twist here on the left side of the body. And then release that knee. Let both feet come to the floor with the knees bent. And let's do a few pelvic tilts here. We'll just exhale and press the low back into the floor gently. Inhale. Exhale, press down. Inhale, release. A few more times. And then come to stillness. Let's go ahead and lift our knees, hands to the knees, and rock back and forth. And then maybe circle the knees, really massaging the low back there, the sacral area. Reverse the directions. And then bring your feet to the floor and lengthen on out into Shavasana, or whatever position is comfortable for you. Close your eyes. Feel yourself sinking into the ground. Get comfortable. Let your muscles relax. Loosen your hands. Relax your jaw. Feel your belly rise as you take a deep breath in. And then let your body sink into the earth as you slowly exhale. Continue to take slow, calm breaths as you begin to imagine that you are outdoors, walking on a snowy path in a peaceful forest. As you walk, imagine the crunch of your steps on the snow. It is morning and the sun is low in the cloudless blue sky. The golden sunlight bathes everything in a warm, gentle light. It shines through the trees, making their frosty white branches glow. There is snow everywhere, and it sparkles and glistens in the sunlight. The snow beneath your feet is packed and easy to walk on. On either side of the path, there are small bushes, and every so often you brush against one of the small branches, and the frost is brushed off into the air, where it flutters in a sparkling cloud and gently falls to the snowy ground. Imagine the trees around you. The deciduous trees have long since lost their leaves. The larger tree branches are covered with snow, and their trunks are dark and stand out beautifully against the white landscape. There are some coniferous trees as well, with their dark green needles covered with snow. As you walk through the forest, you find a smooth, flat stump up ahead. It's a perfect height to serve as a bench. Imagine brushing the snow off the stump with your gloved hand and sitting on this natural chair. You can feel the warmth of the sun on your face, so pleasantly warm, and take a few moments to relax here in the peaceful stillness. Imagine that with every breath out, you're releasing any tension or stress in your body. As you exhale, you see a mist come from your mouth and it dissipates. Imagine that that is the tension. And as the cloud of mist leaves through your mouth and creates a cloud in the air and dissipates, so does your tension and your stress. Each cloud billows forth and then disappears. Imagine stress and tension leaving your body and then disappearing. Breathe in the refreshing, relaxing air. Breathe out, releasing any tension. Breathe in relaxation. and breathe out the tension. Continue to relax further with each breath you take. Feeling the tension draining away, leaving with your breath, and then disappearing. Enjoy feeling this relaxation for the next few minutes in this beautiful winter landscape. And now it's time to return to your room. Begin to make small movements with your fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. When you feel ready, bend your knees and roll to one side. And again, when you're ready, press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all the love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you along. Thank you for joining me this evening. Namaste. See you in 2 weeks.